Good evening, everyone. This is your evening news recap, your nightly news podcast on all the news that I come across throughout the day, giving you my take as somebody who aspires to be a politician in the near future. Hopefully, all you guys are doing wonderful. Hopefully, all you guys are well. Today is November 26th, and it is Wednesday. Tomorrow is Thanksgiving. Whether you celebrate that or not, hopefully, all you guys have a wonderful Thanksgiving. There will be an episode tomorrow because I don't have anything going on, but hopefully, all you guys are doing wonderful. It's been a very interesting day in the news world. If you're new here, though, please consider subscribing. All the support would be greatly appreciated as we are trying to reach 1,000 subscribers on YouTube by next summer. I believe we can do it without a doubt. So if you're new here, please consider subscribing. And if you're on Substack, please also consider subscribing as well. All funds go to me. It's $8 a month, and they help me pay for the things that I need to pay for in my life, like groceries, clothing, and all those kinds of things. But if not, you can always subscribe for free. I truly do appreciate all from support on this content. With that being said, though, let's get into the news from today. Moving on into the Trump administration segment, as we do, Trump has been caught, or a Trump aide, mind you, has been caught coaching Russian officials to get Trump on their side. Leaked transcripts have been exposed from a senior aide to Trump, Steve Witnikov, giving Russian officials the tips on how to flatter Trump and push him into their direction in supporting them for the Ukrainian conflict. The phone call from October 10th between Witnikov and Russia's senior Kremlin advisor Yuri Yushkov gave Russia advice on how the approach Putin should use and adopt when engaging with Trump. And he also recommended that they praise Trump for his recent effort in Gaza to call him a man of peace. The call ended with a new peace proposal being pushed by the Trump administration, which heavily favors Russia. Trump's own insiders are out here selling him out, sharing his weaknesses to Russia. And granted, I'm sure, they know most of this already, but this man is so easily influenced. People claim that he's a great businessman. In fact, he's not. He's a horrible one. I mean, he's the only man to ever, maybe even ever, like go bankrupt. Because or when you own a casino, like how do you have a casino go bankrupt? Those are literally money making machines. You can use those to steal money from people. It is so impossible to do that. Trump is a horrific businessman. Not to mention, like his own employees, if you will. I guess that would be a way to put it. Are selling him out to other countries around the world, and that's insane. It really is, and it really says a lot about not only the state of him as the president, but the state of this current administration as a whole. In other news, Trump has established the Office to Protect the Second Amendment. The Justice Department is planning to open a new civil rights section next week dedicated to protecting gun ownership rights. This comes from an order from the Trump administration seeking to protect gun ownership, which requires a review of gun restrictions to assess any ongoing infringements. The new office will be called the Second Amendment Rights Section, with Pam Bondi serving as the new chairwoman. This was established after the removal of, the Office to Counteract Gun Violence, which says a shit ton about, who we are and where we are currently as a country. I mean, people in this government and this country would rather have weapons of mass murder than have children safe in schools, which is insane and says a lot. Uh, Nobody cares, really. Truly, at the end of the day, as insane as it is, a lot of people just don't care. Lawmakers don't care. The people with the money don't care. Of course, all these firearm companies don't care because it makes them more money at the end of the day. It really does. This is something that needs to be talked about and discussed on a national level because we got rid of an office to protect people from gun violence and to counteract gun violence, just to establish an office that protects the Second Amendment and supports the Second Amendment. While we are having one of the years where gun violence and political violence, especially, is at one of the highest it's been at in a very long time, which is absolutely insane. And it really makes you wonder, where we're going as a country, how we can get here as a country, and how we're going to continue to act as a country. Um, you know, it's disappointing to say the least. It really is. It is disappointing, but we'll see how it goes. Hopefully, one day we can have a country that actually cares about protecting its citizens and protecting its children and protecting schools. In other news, Trump has ordered 500 troops into Washington, D.C. The Trump administration plans to deploy another 500 National Guard troops to Washington, D.C., following an incident where service members were shot a few blocks away from the White House, something we will talk about shortly. Pete Hegseth told reporters that Trump ordered the deployment and the army will work quickly to fulfill the request. This does not shock me in the slightest. This was going to be and is going to be used as an excuse to do this and I'm sure so many other things throughout DC and so many areas throughout the country. Rest in peace to these troops if they're dead. It's kind of unclear about that at this moment in time. But nobody, deserves to be put in danger by gun violence. Good luck to the streets of DC with these troops. Good luck to all of that. Last time a bunch of troops were in DC, it didn't go the greatest, but we'll see how that one goes. Anyways, moving on into our segment about ICE, where we have one topic here tonight, as a member of Caroline Levitt's family has been detained by ICE and is now facing deportation. The mother of Caroline Levitt's nephew has been detained by ICE in Massachusetts. Bruna Ferreira, a Boston resident, migrated to the United States from Brazil as a child and is now located in a Louisiana ICE facility. She was leaving her home to pick up her son from school, where she was swarmed by ICE agents. A White House source told The Guardian that this woman is not the mother of Levitt's nephew, but according to legal records, that is not the case. What goes around comes around, truly. I mean, from what the White House claims, these two have not spoken in a long time, and whether that's true or not, the situation still impacts these people. I mean, she was going to get her son from school, Caroline Levitt's nephew, I presume, and was detained by ICE agents in the process of that, which is horrific. It really is. Every day ICE goes on and goes after and attacks people across this country, and it really needs to end. A country built on immigrants should not spend time torturing those people who have worked so hard to support it and have worked so hard to build it to where it is. It should be uplifting them and helping them accomplish the American dream they wish to achieve. Anyways, moving on into our other news segment, Republicans plan to roll back car safety measures. Republican lawmakers are pushing to end car safety mandates for cars, including things like automatic emergency braking and much more. Ted Cruz of Texas, the senator, of course, is leading the hearing announced for January 14th. The committee said they would examine how radical global warming regulations and mandated technologies have driven up the costs of vehicles for American consumers. Ted Cruz claims this will help affordability that Americans want. There's a difference between affordability and making the planet and roads safer as a whole. But of course, Ted Cruz wouldn't know that. He's not the brightest tool in the shed. Would this make things more affordable? Maybe, possibly. I doubt it. Uh, it puts people more at risk, which is at the end of the day a lot more expensive. At the end of the day, I would rather pay for an auto braking feature in my car than a hospital after I fly through a windshield during a car accident. As dark as that is, I mean, that's really just the truth of it. This does not help. It makes things worse. It, puts people at risk. And if this goes through with, which unfortunately it probably will, it will not help the American citizens. It will only put them more at risk, which is something we have seen continuously from this current administration and those who support it. In other news, Democrats are within 2 points of flipping a Trump district. Democrats are 2% away from flipping a Trump district in Tennessee, according to Emerson College / The Hill. Tennessee's 7th district currently sits at 48% in favor of Republican Matt Van Epps, where 46% support Democrat Afton Ben. Overall support has Van Epps up with 49% to Ben's 47%, sorry. The special election will be held on December 2nd and could be a massive one for Democrats as they look to get another win, as they have so far across the board. If Democrats can find the vote on this, this could be a big deal, especially in a red state like Tennessee. I wish them luck, and I hope they can find something out here. But it will be a struggle. Hopefully, this girl has some crazy tricks up her sleeve. It will be interesting to see her get a win. But this is a heavily Trump district and a heavily Trump-dominated district, and it's going to be hard for her to do so. The splits that we are seeing is insane in the first place, and it is probably a sign to Republicans already that this is going to be a struggle. And the consensus from Republicans already throughout the House has been that we are going to be a minority. Republicans already know that they are going to lose, that they are going to get their shit rocked in these midterms. And it's going to be not only a great thing to witness, but an interesting thing to see. And we'll see how it goes. In other news, 2 National Guard members were shot near the White House today. Two National Guard members from West Virginia were shot near the White House Wednesday afternoon. Both troops have passed, according to the governor of West Virginia, Patrick Morsey, but that is unclear as of right now, as some conditions may be different. We don't really know what's going on. The governor kind of claims that people were dead and then retracted it, saying that he didn't know. A suspect is currently in custody and the scene has been secured. The current suspect is in critical condition, and the White House is now currently on lockdown. But Trump is not at the residence currently, as he is spending Thanksgiving at Mar-a-Lago. Hopefully, these troops are well. Their current status is unclear, as the West Virginia governor came out and said that they were dead, but retracted that statement. So I have no clue, and I don't think anyone really what it does. But hopefully they are alive and willing to survive. This is a massive deal, and I wish all luck to all of these troops. Hopefully, all the troops are able to get all the help they need, and hopefully, they're all able to get all the protections they need. But we'll see how it goes. Anyways, moving on into our final topic for tonight. This is an American news, but 300 are now missing and 36 are left dead in a massive fire in Hong Kong. An enormous fire in Hong Kong at a housing complex has left 300 missing and 36 dead. The complex is homes to 4,000 people, a large number of those being 65 or older, according to census data. The fire started at at the Wang Cheng House, that is pronounced horrifically, and I'm sorry, a 32-story residential building. There have been men arrested because of this due to suspicion of manslaughter. This is an absolutely big deal, and my condolences go to all of those who have been hurt or harmed in this incident. Now, yes, this is an American news, but 300 people is a lot, and I think this is something that should be touched on and discussed, even if it's not in the United States. And I feel like it's something that deserves to be covered because this is a lot of people who are at risk and who might be struggling, and who could be at risk. Hopefully, they can get all the help they need. Hopefully, they can find everyone safely, but we'll have to see how that one goes. With that being said, though, thank you all for watching today's episode. I hope you all enjoyed. It has definitely been a very interesting day in the news world. If you're new here, though, please consider subscribing. All the support would be greatly appreciated, as we are trying to hit 1,000 subscribers on YouTube by the summer. We're super duper close. We just passed 650, I believe. So if you're new here, please consider subscribing. All the support would be greatly appreciated. And if you're on Substack, please also consider subscribing as well. All funds go to me. They help me pay for the things that I need to pay for in my life, like groceries, clothing, all of those kinds of things. It's only $8 a month, and I really do appreciate all forms of support on this content. And if you're on YouTube, please also consider subscribing. I already said that, but all the support would be greatly appreciated. This is a user-supported or a viewer-supported channel, so all the support is truly wonderfully appreciated. With that being said, though, thank you all for watching today's episode. Hopefully, you guys all enjoyed. And I will see you all in tomorrow's episode.